Hi, everybody, and welcome to Module 5. It was a pleasure to look at your Module 4 work and see all the interesting communities you selected. Great job looking up sources and working with bias in research. So let's get started on Module 5. Go ahead and click on the module link and then scroll down to Module 5. And we will begin with the overview. So click there. And this will give you a preview of what we will be working on for Module 5. So we will be working on the multimodal component of our Writing for Community Change project. So you're going to be creating a draft of your advocacy ad or your public service announcement. So scroll down and you'll see the learning objectives. You'll see some activities to do before you begin crafting that multimodal component. Click the next button, and that will take you to our top hat materials, which you should complete again before doing anything else in this module. It'll give you some great information to work with. Go ahead and click the next button. And once you get there, you will see a page called Crafting Strong Paragraphs. So this is going to help you to compose the draft of your project. And it goes over the anatomy of a strong paragraph. You'll see that there are some different components that you will want to include as you construct your paragraph. And just to give you the highlights, you'll see that you need the topic sentences or the main idea, the supporting sentences, and the concluding transition sentences in your draft. So if you keep scrolling down, you'll see some key principles for good construction, and this will help you to know what goes in those paragraphs. I often get the question from students, what should I put in my paragraphs? I feel like I'm repeating myself. I'm not really sure what information needs to go in there. So these key principles for good construction should help you to put the material that you need into your paragraph. It's also a really good idea to start with that topic sentence and use some key quotations from your research. And you don't want to just put those quotations in there without an analysis. So you'll want to analyze the quotations and show why they're important. Kind of like what you did in Module 4 when you were discussing your sources. You talked about why you thought they were important to your project. You'll be doing that same thing in the paragraphs as you develop them. So go ahead and look through the rest of that information before you get started writing, and then you'll be ready to click on the next button, which is on integrating source material. So this is going to help you to work with the sources that you found and effectively make transitions in your paragraphs between direct quotes, paraphrases, and summaries. You'll see that there's a nice chart for you to use, and it highlights when you should use that kind of information and how to integrate it into your paragraph. You'll notice that it's a 3-step process where there's an integration. You set up your source, the introduction where you set up your source, the integration where you put your evidence, and then the analysis or the commentary that I just mentioned. So once you finish taking a look at that, you can go ahead and hit the next button, and that will take you to genres and APA style. Some of you were doing great with your APA style citations already. I can see you've had a lot of practice, and others of you may need a little review. So this is all about how to put things in APA and have that information on your resource page and in the body of your writing cited correctly. It also goes over different genre forms because, of course, we're going to be working with either a memo or a letter, and it'll go over some stylistic choices and formatting convention for how to either craft a letter or a memo. So go ahead and click the next button. And that will bring you to our advocacy ad piece. And you can see here that there's a link on how to create your advocacy ad or your public service announcement. So this is just some material for you to look at right now. No submission is yet required. And then click the next button. And this takes you over to the assignment overview. We're going to be having a discussion about the advocacy ad and the PSA. So this will give you the opportunity to decide which one you feel is best for your project. And if you scroll down, you'll see the step-by-step process you'll go through in order to draft your PSA or advocacy ad, reflect on your design choices, and then your classmates will have the chance to take a look at them and maybe give you some feedback. The writing mentor will be in there giving you some comments as well. And then you can make those stylistic choices and updates during the revision process. If you scroll down, you'll see that there are some additional resources and the submission requirements. And go ahead and click the next button. And once you're there, you'll see that you can start drafting your writing for the community project. So this is the time to collect everything that you've done so far and get ready to compile all that information and write your letter or your memo for change. So if you scroll down, it will give you some links on how to complete the drafting process. And you're going to want to review, of course, Module 2's topic brainstorm and Module 4's research summary before you get started. And then after you've completed that, you will click on the next button and fill out the experience feedback form as you've been doing in the prior weeks so that we can get an idea of how that module went for you. And that pretty much wraps up Module 5. I hope you enjoy crafting your ad or your public service announcement and getting started on the draft of your paper. I look forward to reading them. Have a great time.